So the reason they did not make cash flow positive last quarter was for two reasons. The gross margins dropped a little, and then they also bought off a lot of old debt and then rolled into new debt. And so that ate up a huge amount of their cash. Their cash flow is actually below like operational income, which is a pretty clear indicator that they were spending a lot last quarter. This quarter, this is the rough quarter, right? This is when, if they didn't open up new stores, revenue would drop because of winter. If they managed to get revenue to even just close to last quarter, that'll be a huge victory. That'll represent them opening up a bunch of stores last year, new customers, new growth, stuff like that. But during the winter, in order to drown that out, you have to open a huge number of stores. And I don't think that they did that. I don't think that they opened enough stores to make revenue maintain for this quarter. I think we're going to see a dip in revenue. I know you're asking about cash flow. I understand. All their flat costs are still there. And when your revenue goes down and your flat costs are still there, you can also expect flat cash flows to take a hit, to experience some sort of shrinkage. So I don't know whether they'll be positive or not, but I am confident that this quarter's cash flow will be lower than the following 3 quarters, because the company seasonality, they always exhibit much stronger cash flow during the warmer months than the colder months. So I'm not sure if it'll be positive or not. All I know is if it's negative, I'm not going to stress about it unless it's like really negative, and it's not because they're expanding, it's due to some other thing. If I see revenue go down and margins go down, which might actually happen this next quarter, under normal conditions, that'd be time to panic. But this is the seasonality quarter. So it'll be sort of weird that the normal red flags that I look for, I'm going to have to intentionally ignore because of winter.
Yeah. Another good question here from channel member Cubbo. Do you think at some point High Tide will start paying a dividend?
Maybe 6 to 10 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm going to encourage Raj to keep on rolling every possible dollar into expansion and growth and new revenue. When a company has trouble finding new revenue, that is when you want them to start paying a dividend. Yeah. This company is not there. They're still they have miles of runway left. There are how many billions of people on the planet? And 3% of all of them could eventually be High Tide customers, or 5% or something like that. Like, I would imagine that over really long time frames, 20, 30, 40 years from now, cannabis use will be higher and it's more spread out than it is now, just because of how Western culture works and changes in trends. Will they start paying a dividend? I would want them to start paying a dividend as soon as it becomes clear that they are no longer going to be able to open up new stores or find new revenue easily. Once it becomes difficult, that's when I want them to pay a dividend. When they become mature and they stop becoming a growth company.
Yeah.
A pure growth company,
Maybe I'll ask Raj Grover if you guys are paying a dividend soon, just to piss off all the people that have been some of the High Tide bogleheads that have been coming after us over the years.
We should ask him under what conditions in the future he will, because he will eventually. It's just a matter of when. We should ask him under what conditions will you eventually begin paying a dividend, and I'm curious to see what he thinks.
Yeah, that interview will be happening hopefully in June. We're looking after Q2, so
I'll have to bring my sunglasses.
Yeah, I think we all got to go sunglasses. I'm definitely dressing up. I'm going to have the top of the suit at least. Fiscal's going to have his nice sweater vest on.
I doubt I'll be in the new house yet. I'll probably still be here.
It's going to be, we'll be the most dapper we have ever been as a.
I know. We'll never top it.
I'll wear a collared shirt.
Yeah.
and something besides, just boxers. No,
I don't know if Fabio will wear.
Yeah, Fiscal looks down to check. Did I put on actual clothes?
Yeah, no. I've got real basketball shorts on.
Yeah. I was worried about having to get up and take a leak on camera, so I, put on basketball shorts as well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure though. I really wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, Gil, congrats me on the new house. So Gil, I'm very happy. I'm an engineer, and one of the problems of engineering is that people hire you to solve their problems. And then once you have solved them, they're like, great, that was fantastic. Here's your money later. And they never call you back because you solved their problem.
Try dating.
A little over a year ago, I got hired in manufacturing for the first time. And let me tell you, there is a steady stream of problems for me to solve. So I finally have true job security. And that let me feel able to just go buy a bigger house.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy.
I've decided I've wanted to become a CFA to pursue my financial career because from what I've heard, it seems like easy money. And
You just give people advice. It doesn't even have to be very good advice.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think I'm
16
already qualified enough. Like, you just buy the market if you want money. But obviously, there's more to that. But it seems like more of a sales job from the research I've heard from Capital Mindset, that the whole server. It seems more like sales, and I don't know.
Are you good at sales?
I think the way I'd want to approach it is just being transparent, like honest with people, because I think a lot of these CFAs and stuff, it's just like bullshit. And like, I think if you can be realistic and honest, I think they'll take you far.
You should throw yourself in the cauldron and just go get like a horrible 2-week or 3-week long telemarketing job and see if you enjoy sales at all. You're gonna hate it, but you might actually like it. Who knows?
Hello, my name is Brandon.
I will say, so there's in what I do, I haven't actually been really active in this part of it for a while, but there is a lot of what we would call dialing for dollars in the freight industry, right? You need to get a truck at a certain price and convince them that that's the right fit for them. And they've got a lot of other people calling them too, wanting that same truck. So, and sometimes that means repeating that process 200 times a day.